Hello, Star Wars fans. Thank you for clicking on this video. This is the Sith Trooper. It is actually, let's see, number 92 in the series. So here it says, Sith Trooper, in its ultimate push towards galactic conquest, the First Order readies an army of elite soldiers that draw inspiration and power from a dark and ancient legacy. So I have no clue what that means. I guess we will figure it out when the movie comes out. Obviously, they're somehow drawing out the power of the Sith. But this is the figure. This color on the camera looks a lot better than it does in person. It looks okay. I did order the one from Amazon, which should come in at some point in time, the carbonite one, which is probably just a metallic red. I obviously could just paint this metallic red if I wanted to. Be much easier. Well, not much easier, it'd be cheaper. But since I already have the paint. But this figure isn't bad. It is a lot better than the First Order Clone Trooper, in my opinion, in terms of its looks. And I think it's because I've never liked the helmet of the First Order Clone Trooper. It's too big and too like a duckbill looking. And he did remind me a little bit of this Shadow Trooper, which is why I brought this guy out. But obviously they are very different. So let me just put this here. Now, if you put this guy in a vanilla pose, it doesn't look that great. And typically when I have on display a ton of troopers, they're usually in a vanilla pose like this, just kind of standing on guard with whatever officers or Sith bad guys that they're protecting with. So this is the vanilla pose. I should probably get one of those spinning turntable, like little Lazy Susan type deals to show figures. Because I've seen other people have it. I just wonder where they get it. But in any case, let's go over the accessories. It comes with 2 weapons. They've got some decent paint detail compared to what we've gotten in some of the other troopers. So it's got a mixture of black, red, and some silver details. This is the rifle I prefer him to be holding, and he does have another rifle right here. I think both weapons can plug into the side right here. Let's see if it does. There. Yep, there we go. So both weapons can plug in. Again, this one's got black and red and silver highlights. But both weapons are cool. I think the other one is my favorite. Just unplug this while we go over more details. So you can see, let's compare him versus First Order Clone Trooper. I've never actually opened this First Order Clone Trooper just because I've never really liked the helmet. But now that I've opened him, he's actually looks a little bit better to me too. I do have a model kit version of him, which is probably why I never opened them up in the first place. Saw no need. But just comparing the chest pieces, they are different sculpts. Even the middle here is different sculpts. This has sort of grading on the sides here. Obviously, it has this middle, indentation with more details in between. So this is totally brand new sculpt in comparison to the First Order Trooper. One thing that I can see right here is that this chest piece is pretty high, so getting the arms up over it is going to be a pain in the butt. You're probably going to have to, let's just put this guy aside, you're probably just going to have to lift the piece up above it to get it on top. Let's see if we can get that going. There we go. So you can get it up high, but look how ugly that looks. But at least you can get up high. It would have been nicer if they could have decreased the height of that armor piece just to make it flow a lot better. Let's see how the First Order Trooper did it. Oh, this one actually tucked under. So let me see if this one tucks under. So it does not tuck under, it just bunches. So I kind of prefer the way they did it for this First Order Trooper, where it just tucks under nicely. That's actually really smooth, pretty good. You wouldn't be able to do it on this side because there's some sort of light source or camera on it. So you would have to bring it up above again. Again, that's pretty ugly looking. Like I said, I wish they had gotten this piece smaller. But in any case, the head is on a ball joint, and I can't see if there's a hinge on there. I think it's just a ball joint. There is some tilt action. Can look down that far. You can look up this far. I'm pretty sure there's no hinge on there, so I don't want to break it. So we already went over the shoulders. You can go all the way around and raise up about... Oh, that one was actually tucking underneath. I wonder if I can tuck it underneath that way. No. So I can get it up to about 90 degrees. Actually, a little higher past, but it just looks uglier and uglier and uglier. I guess depending on what angle you're looking, it's not as bad. So, well, at least he can get it up there. He's got pretty good flexion of his arms, more than 90 degrees, now that they've kind of retooled these elbow joints. So this is just a single jointed, but it's got pretty good range of motion. And then your wrists they go up and down, which is good for having weapons. On this side, it's more of a flexion, which is still good for grabbing the weapons for support. So it's a proper joint for it. So here we got a little waist twist. Doesn't flex that far forward, but flexes back pretty far. Hips. So let's see how far it can go out. It can go out pretty far. That's pretty good. Forward flexion. It's pretty decent. And backwards, about that far. Your knees are double jointed, so you can basically kick his butt. And you've got your forward pin ankle rocker. So it's got all these standard articulation, which you would expect, which is actually pretty good on this figure. So better than the Clone Troopers. I like the way the Clone Troopers look, but their articulation isn't that great. This guy's articulation is pretty badass, so I like it. And the more I look at the color, the more it grows on me. So I probably won't repaint it. It would be nice if it was a little bit shinier. It does look shinier on camera than it does in person. But, this is a definite pickup. I'll have to see what it compares to the Carbonite version. The Carbonite version is like another $5 more and is an Amazon exclusive. But I think y'all enjoyed if you enjoy Star Wars figures. So go ahead and pick it up.